here is flood damage from, well, we have this company called Fugal, F-U-G, F-U-G-A-L, something. They're putting in high-speed internet in the whole neighborhood. And they have an irrigation line here in the backyard. And it's actually not so bad, but when you really think about it, that water line is almost 24 inches off the ground. It has gotten all the way up to the house. It's dried out now. We had the fire department out here. The cops were out here. They hit an irrigation line and it was coming up at a tremendous rate. You could see all the crazy damages. You see the water line here. That's about maybe 10 inches or so up the chicken coop. My entire backyard, the water went all the way to the street in the front yard. So the entire backyard. Just because this slope here where I'm walking, but this is all mud. See, it didn't climb up here, but all the way back, this is all mud, all the way over to here, basically to the trees. And back here, just around the corner of Scotch. It just passed where this kind of cross, and actually it's about, let's see here. Well, it's wet there too. I don't know exactly where but it's up against the basement. We had to rescue the chickens. YouTube Live, just to help document everything. That way I don't have to worry about how long the video is for sharing purposes. But I have video. The water was clear up to the edge of this. You can see water line here on this wood. So when I was out here, water was spilling into my boots. The water, you can see crested a little bit there. Oh no, that's actually just dropped it out. It just came up about halfway up that. To that patio landing there. Yeah, and the whole backyard. These trailers. See if I can get somebody's come clean this off. The water at least was up to here. I have to go back and check my other videos, but it was at least up to there. Well, you can see on that wall. Still, so back here, this is where our shutoff is. When we want to turn the water on and off, it's right there. And you can see water was over top of the axle tube there. Buried the ladders. You can see it was up here too. Her trailer. You can see the water line. The mower was completely buried in water. It's completely submerged. You can just see it's just absolutely saturated. You see these buckets. The water's so hot out right now. The water's drying up so fast. I'm trying to get this captured. But the water, this little trench was dug by the fire department. They come and dug all the way to the street. And it went out into the street, but there's a cap over here for cleanup for the sewage. Somewhere over here. That green spray paint is. Anyway, that was an indicator for the sewage clean out. But everything has been moved around so much now. needless to say, we're probably not going to be using CenturyLink for high-speed internet because of not just this, but this is ridiculous too. I contacted the people that own the company, and he just hung up on me. And I asked him for his insurance information so he could make a claim. He just hung up on me. So that's how they do things, I guess. Fugle, Niles Fugle. I can see if I can find you a document to show you their thing. But the entire backyard. It really. I have to put some photos or something in later, so you can really grasp. This entire area was underwater. So, and I'm kind of just taking this video to document everything, because when you do it with your cell phone and you try to email little cell phone videos, they don't always do so good. So I'm going to walk back to the front of the property and start over my little walkthrough of all this damages. And to top it off, it's Brandy's birthday today. We got a call when I was on the way home. We were driving on the way home. We carpool to work. We got a call from her daughter. The backyard's flooding. Like, oh, that's weird. We knew the guys were doing work, but they sprayed. They did the 811, and apparently they were missiling. And while they were missiling, they hit the main irrigation line for the entire city. So irrigation is different from water, but irrigation, so all the farms in town are unable to use their water. Rolled down. It was in our neighbor's yard. This is an Airbnb, I'll show you. Went into their yard. Let's see, I can't stand them. This is gutters. You can see all this debris here. That's wet. The water was on their yard all the way over there. Filled up everything under there. In that recession there where their spa is. You can see it's still kind of wet. I don't know how well it shows up, but everything was soaked. The neighbors over are likely soaked. And then over from that, there's likely also soaked. It sounds like they're trying to. How's it going? That Fugle company hit the irrigation line. Yeah. We had the fire department, the police department, everybody. So. Did it come from you? No, they hit the line. It's right over here. So it came on your side. Yeah, it washed all the way to my house, and it went even to the front yard. It was coming out of the driveway in the front yard when the fire department got here. No, we were not home. We was on the way home over down by Davis, the grocery store, and her daughter called and said the water was flooding in the backyard. So we could check the cameras, and we're like, oh my gosh. No, it's irrigation. So either way, but yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. I was trying to get a hold of the owner of the company and to figure out like who do I contact, what's your insurance, and he just hung up on me. Yeah, so that's when I called the police department. Yeah, I'm doing a YouTube live right now just to document everything because it's going to be too big of a video to do everything. Anyway, so yeah, yeah, I heard it's over here, and I heard it's down there, and it's in that. These lady, she's got a 2.1 1 or 2.25 acres. Um, and then down over there at the bottom, and that's just a hill down there. So um, there's a tremendous amount of sand and stuff that's like foreign. That's just in the irrigation lines. It's now in our yard. Yeah, yeah. And then so yeah, first order of business, I had 8 chickens to rescue because they were drowning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have a look. It's just silt and dirt. There's big old piles of it. All the sawdust that was in the coop for their bedding is just now mud. Good to meet you. I'm Blake. This is my house. Nice to meet you too, Blake. I'm Josh. This is my house. Good to finally meet you. Yeah. Yeah. Back here. Yeah. I think you talk to your wife or your mother-in-law or your mom or yeah. We're both your father-in-law. Oh yeah. Yeah. No father of the daughter. Good. Good. That's crazy. And you guys got a couple of turkeys? Is that what those are? No, chickens. Chickens. Okay. And a bunny. Oh, okay, and a bunny. They're doing okay? They're doing okay. I had to go rescue the bunny from the water right here, but yeah. Yeah, we just had it all gushing out of the bottom of the wall. Yeah. But so. All right. Well, good meeting you. Yeah, nice meeting you. Wish there's. Sorry about that. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Yep. So. Yeah, this is all silt. This mud is not part of our normal landscape. So, the whole coop is now just ruined. The whole run is ruined. I washed out the track because this door is going to automatically close, so I have to keep that clean to try and prevent that from breaking. But you can see this. This was you saw the video from last Sunday on Father's Day. It's all this stuff here, this horse pellets, but now it's just mud. I can't really see how well it's going to turn out, but it's just mud. There's some horse pellets under it, but so I don't know what we're going to do with that. And they left all they just cut and run. So this is just naked concrete, and that is half-inch, quarter-inch deep of just silt mud. So everybody's just trying to kind of figure out what to make of all this. I'm gonna see if I can peek over the yard here and see what happened down the way. They look like they're pretty untouched. I mean, it's wet right there. You can see there's a puddle. But I'm sure it all went downhill. So, anyway, for those of you watching, thanks for sticking around. Taking a look at how bad this is. But, yeah, we got this recessed portion of patio here that's just completely submerged. We got this part of the foundation over here that was underwater. That mud is just thick. So. And so we got this whole section of the basement, basically that whole wall. Looks like there's a raised portion that was. It's terribly sloped, this land. But it's the condition that we bought it in. That looks like broken glass. Nope, that's. I need to put my glasses on. That was a leaf. But. Anyway. So. Poor chickens. Your home is destroyed. Anyway, documentation over, I guess, and we will I'll update you, I guess, when I find out what happens here. So. But yeah, we got 3 trailers severely damaged. I see a lot of comments rolling in. I don't have my glasses to maybe look. Let me see if I can field some of this. Yeah, 3 trailers, table saw, compressor, the chicken coop, which I'm into the about $2,000. We're into the chicken coop build now, and our entire herb garden was completely underwater. They're just absolutely ruined. So yeah, the poor chickens. Yeah, Brandy says happy. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Says watch your drain. Yeah, the sewage clean out. Probably got a lot of silt in it. So, but that's on the city. They're the ones that hired this company, I think, to come out and do this work. So they'll have to deal with it themselves. I can see some of these comments, but I'm not seeing these. Anyway. Yeah, hi back. Let's see. I'm gonna post up here at a different spot to kind of try and see if I can read any of this. But yeah, our fodder box completely destroyed. It floated away. Where are they? You can kind of see them over there. Those 5-gallon buckets that had the chicken feed and the water. The big girls were roosted up on those. The water bucket was kind of floated away. So no, it was the feed bucket that floated away. The water bucket was stationary with the weight of the 3 chickens on it, and one was just standing. I can't remember. I think it was Karen that was just standing in the water taking it, and it was up to her. It was right up to her at the time when I got home to rescue them. Wilbur and Nikki, I believe, were the 2 that flew out of the chicken run. There's a little gap about on the edge of the chicken run. There's a little gap between the gate and the top cover, and they were able to fly up there. The gap's, I don't know, about a foot, 10 inches to a foot. And so 2 of them were posted up on the top rail of the chain link fence over there, and then Charlotte and I'm having a brain fart. Matilda, they never made it out of the coop. They were perched up on their roost where they sleep at night. So anyway, yeah, it was not the funnest thing to come home to. So yeah, kind of a bummer, but thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate the kind words and the birthday wishes, and I'll reassess. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. This is pretty shitty. All right. Have a good night, everybody.